Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Jared Powley's Fragrance Reviews. Tonight we're going to be looking at a little bit of a puzzling fragrance from the house of Elizabeth Arden. And this is known as Arden for Men Sandalwood, which originally came out in 1956. And this is an EDC, an Eau de Cologne concentration. So this fragrance has gone through several reformulations. And the bottle I have is about a decade old. Nevertheless, this fragrance is called Sandalwood, but you do not pick up any scent of sandalwood anywhere in this fragrance, from the initial spray to the late dry down. Nevertheless, it's still somewhat of an interesting fragrance, but it has nothing to do with sandalwood. The previous formulations may have. I have never smelt those, so I'm just going to talk about this fragrance here today. And like I said, there's no remnant of any type of sandalwood in this fragrance, but I'm still going to review it for what it is. Here is the bottle, and give it a spray. So initially, you get a very deep, strong lemon, a herbaceous lemon that is bitter and tart. This reminds me of a Moschino fragrance. I think it's Moschino Friends. Very, very similar. A very tart, a little bit sour, bitter, kind of Italian style, a citrus fragrance. As it dries down, you get a little bit of the red floral from the geranium, but this definitely has the old school vibe. It is sour and a little bit sweet. And it still has that linear scent of the deep lemon, herbaceous, bitter tartness. Later on, it becomes, I'd say about an hour later, it becomes more mossy. Still the lemon, the herb, earthy, and a little bit musky. But again, throughout the whole fragrance, this fragrance does not have good longevity, by the way. You don't get any sandalwood at all. I don't pick up anything. As advertised, the top notes are lavender, clary sage, lemon, bergamot, and petitgrain. The mid notes are sandalwood, basil, cedar, geranium, vetiver, and patchouli. And the base notes are oak moss, opopanax, amber, labdanum, tonka bean, and musk. That may be the note breakdown from the original formulation or one of the previous formulations, but I do not think that is the note breakdown for this one. So I'm not exactly sure what it is, but this is a very simple, linear fragrance that you would wear after workouts. You would wear it for yourself. But again, there's nothing creamy, rich, or woody about it. Performance on this one is mediocre at best. You get about 2 hours, very average scent bubble, very minimal scent trails, average, like I said, average projection. Who could wear this? I would say anybody 30, 35 and up. It's not a young man's fragrance. Maybe late 20s at the earliest. It's not overly sexy, but it's still masculine, and it has this, it's kind of an animalic lemon, which is appealing, but the performance is not good. Not good in this bottle at all. Final thoughts on this. I believe that the bottle I have is the last formulation of Arden for Men Sandalwood before it was discontinued. But again, I don't take in any sandalwood at all, which I find very misleading and a little bit disappointing because I was expecting something very different. And this essentially is nothing more than kind of a deep cologne, almost seems like an aftershave lemon. What else can I say about this? I would say, besides being very misleading, again, I was expecting something very different. And the performance, it's not a bad scent. It's not a bad smell, but the performance is very, very mediocre at best. So overall, I would say something like this at best would be, if you could find it very cheap, you may want to spray it on after a workout or in the evening, something to rejuvenate you, because it's not a bad scent. It's a decent scent if you like a lemon, old school kind of lemon vibe, a little bit animalic. But if you're expecting sandalwood, I didn't find any in this fragrance, but like I said, in the previous reiterations, possibly it could be in there. but I've never smelled the original or any from the 60s, 70s, and 80s. So I would give this one overall kind of middle of the road in the sense that it's advertised as sandalwood, but there's no sandalwood in it, which is very confusing, and I'm not sure why. So if you like this video, hit the like button, the subscribe button, the notification bell. Any comments or questions you have, leave them down below, and I'll always get back to you. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.